Does beauty matter in your life? Mine certainly did. But what kinds of beauty exactly? Rather than physical beauty, I want to talk about the aesthetic matter of life. For me, I believe that studying philosophy in Paris sounded like a beautiful life, which I did excellently. Let me tell you the story. I was born in Busan in South Korea and I grew up in a neighborhood that no longer exists. For a long time, it was a hillside demolition area, and now there are apartment buildings under construction. It was a poor place. You could hear rain hitting the slate roofs, and the calls of grannies echoing through the narrow streets. It's far from the clean, polished image of South Korea you see in dramas and films today. Gosh, I hated that ugliness. And after some terrible things happened in my childhood, I hated it even more. My parents said I should dream big. So I was dreaming of somewhere people call beautiful, somewhere with meaning, not with random misfortune. Maybe that's why I wanted to study philosophy in Paris. So at 19, I arrived alone in Paris. I've gotten accepted to Sorbonne University after a years and a half of learning French. But in reality, it wasn't easy. Imagine taking a 4 hours non-stop dissertation midterm on is the infinite necessary in a language you're still not comfortable with. Oh, monsieur, I could barely do that in my own language. Still, I recorded every lecture and did dictation every night. And gradually I improved, and I began to see the world from entirely new perspectives. I was still broke in a way that survived on €1 coast cafeteria table salad, split it into 2 meals a day. But I was living in Paris, studying philosophy just as I dreamed. Hungry but not ugly. Actually, beauty was the most important question throughout my 20s. I even began my master's studies in aesthetic as a branch of philosophy. Do you see how obsessed I was? But of course, my obsession couldn't be understood by everyone. Let me show you a conversation I had with a random French guy when I was studying aesthetics. Salut, ça va? Salut. On se connaît? Ah non, justement, je voulais savoir d'où tu viens. Je viens de Corée du Sud. Corée! Kim Jong-un! Et toi, tu fais quoi en France? Je fais le master en esthétique. Tu veux devenir une esthéticienne, c'est ça? Les ongles, les soins de visage et tout? Non, c'est pas ça. Ah ouais, tu veux devenir une masseuse? D'ailleurs, ce que tu dis, c'est pas très gentil, ni pour les femmes asiatiques, ni pour les gens qui travaillent dans ce secteur. Ah mais ne prends pas ça mal, hein, je suis pas raciste, j'ai même un pote qui s'est marié avec une Vietnamienne. Hein. This dude full of stereotypes about Asian women had definitely no idea about what I was studying. The concept of beauty is subjective but universal, but mine was way too personal to be universal, isn't it? I was slowly having doubts about my personal concept of beauty, even though that's what brought me here. A few years later, I found myself as a foreign employee in an exam creating company, still in Paris. The last few years were a constant flirting with the city of Berlin. Oh, I was flirting hard with Berlin. Mostly, I was into the techno-club culture and people. I felt so sociable there, dancing like crazy. It was a whole different me myself. It was something like admiring the coolest person in the group, but that person was the city of Berlin itself. I was setting myself free from my old obsession because I would say Berlin was a point where the classic concept of beauty didn't make any sense. It's like the difference between Haussmannian building in Paris and Bauhaus or socialist architecture in Berlin. And I recently realized that this is time to stop chasing. It's not because of loss of interest, but somehow I thought for the first time that the beauty was right there where I'm standing. Just like you can't see your own shadows at noon. It was in Paris, and after it was in Berlin, and now it's in me. And it's my turn to give my own concept of beauty back. One of my friends said life is a matter of love, the other said it's a matter of truth. Actually, what I was calling beauty is something replaceable with another matter of life, as long as it makes your life richer, just as my beauty matter did. So, what's your matter of life?